This call is now recorded.
All right, guys. Welcome to episode 3 of the Season Over podcast. We were going to try yesterday to get a show out, but we were kind of tired and came home late, so we were just like, let's just do tomorrow night. All right. How y'all doing? Y'all doing good?
Oh yeah, doing great.
All right.
Can't
Sounds
complain.
good.
Can't complain.
Cool. You feeling better, Blaze? Because you're sick.
Yeah, I'm all
yesterday.
right. I'm good today. Medicine kicked in finally,
You
knocking the
sound
cold
all
out.
congested though.
Yeah, I've had a cold all week, so I'm kind of getting over it.
Yeah, I was the same way like a couple weeks ago, man. It was just all here.
I think it's just the weather fluctuating the way it is, man.
Yeah.
It'll get really cold in the mornings, and I work in it in the mornings, and then in the midday it'll start warming up, and then I'm like headaches and all that, and I'm just tired of it, ready for it to be gone.
I want to know how these guys play in the NFL in like 5-degree weather and like are ready to go the next day for practice. Like that's insane.
Dude, I don't know if you were
The
outside
set-off?
about an hour ago, but I mean it's 21 degrees, feels like 2 degrees over here. Wind's moving at like 40-mile-per-hour gust. I mean,
Yeah.
it literally is breathtaking. First time I went out earlier when it was snowing, the wind hit me in my face, and I kid you not, I lost my breath. I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
Like, whoo.
Yep. All right. Yeah. I don't know how they have their shirt off. Like you got to be cold. You're just acting that you're not cold. You got your
Gotta be cold.
Yeah.
It's negative 5 degrees. You're in Cleveland, New England, Seattle. All those places are freezing cold. Buffalo,
Yeah.
especially.
Chicago, but
When
Chicago, yeah. I was just like, what the world?
like when Tennessee decided to go up to Ohio, or was it Michigan? One of those two, and they all had their shirts, their jerseys off out there practicing, warming up, and like snow, and they're out there like 2-degree weather. Just what are y'all doing?
yeah.
I don't know how to kicker. I don't know how a kicker kicks the ball in that cold weather. I don't know. I guess the shoe they wear is like
Well, that
protected.
ball's got to be rock hard.
Oh, dude.
Uh,
Yeah.
It's
Can you
kicking a
imagine like
bowling
a
ball.
receiver catching the ball and falling on the ball like with their chest? You know how they have to dive sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know how you don't just crack your sternum on that, but so we're going to talk about the championship games, all right? And there's a couple other things I want to add on, especially talking about the Patriots, because there's some stuff outside that a former Patriot. There's some news that's going on with a former Patriot. That's crazy stuff. We'll talk about that, and then I want to get y'all's opinion on who you think the NFL MVP. I know Kevin's going to have some stuff to say about that because his guy might be one of them. But to start off, what I want to do is to end the podcast, we're going to do a guessing game. But right now, I want you to think of a player in your head. Don't tell us. So we'll all three do it. Think of a player in your head, and then we'll play like 20 questions kind of at the end of the podcast. And we'll try to guess what the player that you have in your head. It could be football or baseball. You just let us know if it's football or baseball at the beginning, but either one of those work for me. So think about your player as we go through the podcast, and that's how we'll end the podcast off. So thought that was pretty fun. So we had the AFC and NFC championship games. We had the Rams and the Bears. Not the Bears, the Rams and the Seahawks, sorry, and the Patriots and the Denver Broncos. All right, so I want to start off with the Rams and the Seahawks because I want to wait to talk about the Patriots and Broncos. But so we, I think Blaze and Kevin, y'all guessed the Seahawks, right? Did y'all guess them to win last week?
Yes, the Seahawks. I thought it was going to be a bigger score than it was, but it was a lot closer than I thought. But
yeah, absolutely. Blaze,
and, I think it was
I
like
knew that.
maybe one play away from the Rams, winning that game. Really.
Yeah.
I knew the whole time the Seahawks are going to win. I mean, that's going to be your Super Bowl winners this year. So I mean, there's nothing about it.
We don't know that yet. We don't know that yet.
I do know that. They're the better team.
Get that later. I had the Rams winning. I just thought Matthew Stafford's experience would have won the game. What really killed them was when they had that final drive. They're at like the 10, and they couldn't get in the end zone, and that really just messed them up there. That's what killed them right there. So, but I had the Rams winning. Usually, our grandparents, they're Seahawks fans. They weren't too happy that I picked the Rams, but I said most of the time when I pick, I'm wrong. So that's how it works. But yeah, I had like Kevin, like you said, Kevin, I thought it was gonna be higher. I thought it could have been like 45 to something like that, something crazy.
Yeah, I think that the Rams' Achilles heel all year was their defense and their secondary,
Yep.
and I think that really played a big part on that game. And when you have Smith and Jigba there, and
Mhm.
it's going to be tough if you don't cover him well. It's going to be tough. It's going
Oh
to be
yeah,
a long day for you.
yeah. It's crazy they won that game without their. They had Kenneth Walker, but the other guy I can't remember his last name. Right towards ACL last week, they didn't even have him on the team. So
Yeah,
kinda crazy they still won. But Kenneth Walker's like a monster though. I
no,
don't
he's
even know-
good. His feet are quick, man. It's
He's
insane.
fast. That's
Yeah.
like my goodness. So yeah, so the Seahawks, NFC champions, and now we have a rematch of the 2014 Super Bowl. Good old. Why did you not run the ball with Marshawn Lynch? Pass the ball and what's his first? I know it's Butler. What's his first name though? I forget. What was his first name? Butler.
Malcolm.
Malcolm Butler. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Made a iconic best play of his life.
So if it comes down to it again, then they
Yes.
run it or they pass it.
Yes. Yep. I guarantee that's how football works. That's how literally. Sometimes you think it's rigged because those storylines pop up again. You're like, come on now, really? They have it again. All right. So AFC Championship game, Kevin. I want you to go ahead and start because, of course, this is your Patriots team. So
Yeah.
talk to us about your emotions throughout the game.
I came into the game very confident. The Broncos were banged up on the offensive side. I knew they had a good defense. Came in confident, thinking that we would, start the game off fast, and then it would kind of get out of hand after a while. Not, I thought ultimately we were going to win by maybe 14 or 17 points.
Yep.
Obviously, not the case.
Mhm.
When Jarrett Stidham on that second drive, he rolled out, he threw that touchdown, and he looked at the camera. He looked so confident. I said, "Oh shoot,
Oh,
we're
gosh.
in for a long one." I was like, you can't let somebody like that get comfortable, right? Because he has really nothing to lose, so he's going to come out there and play the game, play with nothing to lose. So he's going to throw the ball. So, when he scored that first touchdown, I was nervous. And then, it was still close. It was a defensive battle. And, you remember Denver they went for it on that fourth down instead of going for the field goal.
Yep.
And I think that was the killer. I mean, obviously, we won by 3 points, right?
Yep.
I think that was the killer there for Sean Payton.
Yep.
I think if you're Sean Payton, obviously I'm not no coach, but and Sean Payton is a Super Bowl champion.
Yep.
But if hindsight, is 2020. But if you look back, I mean, you got a backup quarterback in a very, very big game. Just take the field goal, take your points, especially if you know what the weather is going to be like coming up, right?
Exactly.
So as as the game went on, defensive battle, and then Sam Darnold not Sam Darnold, but Jared Stidham had that one play where he threw the ball. It looked like a backwards pass. Yeah, exactly. He just kind of just tossed it over there, and it looked like a backward pass. We picked it up, went in the end zone. They ended up calling it a incomplete pass, or what they call it,
It was
it was a
originally
fumble. It was a fumble, but they whistled it down right there at the.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
So, I think that was, and then we ended up scoring, and then that was the game. I mean, the weather got so bad it changed everything.
Yep.
You couldn't pass the ball. It was all a running game at that point. It was just a survival mode. I can't tell you probably how many heart attacks I had throughout that second half, because you just never know. One missed tackle and the person's gone. A slip, you saw multiple slips here and there. Drake May, when it went for a handoff, he slipped.
Yep. Yep.
Ramon Stevenson slipped. Like, it was, anything could have happened. And that's what was in the back of my head is like, they run one play, they get through one hole, one missed tackle, and they're in the end zone. But it didn't happen. They ended up coming up with a win, and it was awesome to see. And then, seeing the after videos with my Drake May mic'd up and
Yeah.
Josh McDaniels mic'd up, they're on the bench, and Drake May goes, "Man, this is hard." And Josh McDaniels goes, "Yeah, it is hard. But if you can pull this out, this would be the, greatest 6.5 minutes of our
Yeah.
lifetimes."
Yep.
So that was awesome to see. It was boring, as from a outsider if you're not a fan looking in, because you want to see the high scoring game and things like that. But it was cool to see the climate change and how the game changed and everything like that, and how you had to adapt. Very,
Yep.
very cool. Very good game to see, and I'm glad we pulled it out.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. And as McDaniel's ever gonna leave? I feel like he left for 2 years, came back. He's gonna be there till he dies. He's gonna be that old guy. You ever watch
And
the Longest Yard? Has the
Yeah,
old dude on
yeah,
the sideline? Yeah, it's gonna be him. It's gonna be
that's
him.
okay. I'll take it. Yeah.
That's gonna be him. But to your point, Drake May being able to pull that game out, he's only his second year in his career, which is a crazy thing.
Yeah.
And it's no snow, it's green grass, and then second half starts, it's almost feels like it's a blizzard out there. And for them to pull it off, it's just insane. It just goes to show you that Mike Vrabel and that offense, the coaching staff, just knows what they're doing. It's insane. It's just like
Yeah. And it shows the maturity, the level of maturity for Drake May as well.
oh yeah,
Because a young player would try to do anything that he can to make a play, and squeeze a throw in, maybe run a play or run the ball to get a first down. And he just played the game, and how it came to him, and he ended up making it happen. So it was good.
Yep. And when we talk about the NFL MVPs, who we think that could be, whoever that could be, now I'm going to bring something about Drake May up that could show him that he is the MVP of the league. But we'll talk about that when we get there. Blaze, what was your thoughts on the game?
Pretty much the same thoughts that Kevin covered. I mean, that first touchdown from the Broncos, I had a little hope behind maybe Sean Payton was able to, work out something with the backup, and maybe they had it rolling, but with the weather change, and it honestly looked like that offense just wasn't ready for that type of weather. But on my point last week with elevation and everything, you could definitely tell how gassed players were getting on both sides due to elevation, but the Broncos are more acquainted to the whole situation with it. So, I mean, definitely one of the more boring games I've seen. But if you want to talk raw talent, the Patriots, man, they have a young team, and I honestly think, they're going to go play the Seahawks. They're going to give the Seahawks a hell of a run. I'm not 1,000,000% sure who will win that game. My hopes it's the Seahawks. Not hating on the Patriots, but the Patriots have won so many of them, man. I'm waiting for a year where it's teams that haven't won a Super Bowl. And
Hold on, Blaze, but you did pick the Broncos to win that game, right? Last episode?
I did.
Oh, well, we'll take it. Yeah, we'll take it. There we go.
I don't know. I mean, I saw a couple aspects of what I was speaking on last time, with, trying to get a backup quarterback to work out with that offense. But it goes to show you the difference between Stidham coming in as a backup and what Bo Nix has been able to do with that offense. Because, I mean, I'm not dogging on the Patriots, but if Bo Nix wasn't hurt, I think it would have been a different story for sure. Or at least, it could have been a bigger game than what it was, because I feel like with the team that the Patriots have, if Bo was there and, was able to put points up, I think the Patriots would rally behind Vrabel, and it would have ended up being more of a shootout than what we got. I think it would have been more of an interesting game. But, I mean, it goes to show you don't make stupid plays to cause your quarterback to break an ankle. I mean, I understand why he, moved back to try and get it centered for the kicker, but honestly, I mean, I don't understand how he breaks his ankle on that. I just don't.
My hot take on it. I still think the Patriots would have won even with Bo Nix.
I'm not saying the Broncos would have lost to Bo Nix at all. I'm just saying I think it would have been more of an interesting game, and I think there could have been multiple momentum changes in the game. And I mean, we obviously saw once it was 10-7, there was no more momentum shifts. It was just like Kevin said, it was a survival game. Like, do your best to make it to where they don't make it down the field. And hey, if your defense can give you the ball back, even if you don't do anything with it, you have the lead. Just try and, burn the clock as much as you can, run the ball, keep it moving. And I mean, at the end of the day, obviously the Patriots came out on top, and all praise to them. And I mean, moving in to the Super Bowl now, I mean, I couldn't tell you who I think's going to win. Do I think there's a team involved that has more talent behind them? Yes. Do I think there's another team that has better coaching behind them? Yes. And they're complete opposites to me. I think Vrabel is out for blood, and I think he wants to prove something. But I also see Clint Kubiak with the Seahawks, and I think Kubiak has a reason to go in and show the best offense he's shown all year, because I highly believe that the Seahawks haven't shown everything. They've kind of, and Jigba's been a huge key for Darnold, and and going into everything. But I still think there's plays in that book of Kubiak's that hasn't been, shown a lot, maybe against smaller competitors, just to see if it would work. But it's definitely not going to be on tape for the Patriots to watch. And it's like, going into this game, you really got to think Seahawks, Patriots, like you said, they're out for blood for sure. I think the Seahawks are going to come out swinging. And I think if Patriots can't match it, then you'll obviously see how that game goes. But I think if they both come out swinging and, keeps it interesting, I'm hoping for a really interesting Super Bowl, because I'm kind of tired of seeing, Super Bowls. It's the Super Bowl. I'm looking for something like that's exciting to watch, because, I mean, our team's not in it, Ty. So, I mean, a lot of people, if your team doesn't make it, a lot of people don't watch the Super Bowl. But I try to watch it every year. And, I know a lot of people that if their team doesn't make it to playoffs, they don't watch football anymore. Like,
Yeah. It can't be me. I like watching good football. Like, whether my team's in it or not, playoff football is just unreal. The Super Bowl is unreal.
Yeah.
Anything playoffs for me, NBA playoffs, baseball, like I'm tuned in. Like, I'm locked in.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. Like last year, the Eagles and the Chiefs, even though it was pretty much a blowout. I mean, I was hanging out with Kevin. I was at y'all's house. So
That's right.
we were more focused on the halftime shows than anything.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, this game's already over, guys.
I mean, if we're talking about, are we talking about the Super Bowl? I mean, if it's a shootout, you gotta go Seahawks offense. I hate to say it. I really don't want it to be a shootout, because I don't think we can contend with what they got on offense and everything they got. I think the defense matches up pretty well on both sides. If it's a shootout, I'm nervous. I really am nervous for it. So that's why I'm hoping for a boring defensive game. If we can keep it close as a, like a 17-14 or a 28-17 game, I'm happy. I think we win that. Now we're talking, high 30s, low 40s. I don't know.
We've seen it. I mean, obviously with the 49ers game, granted the 49ers were banged up, but the Seahawks are capable of putting 40 plus up. So it begs the question of, you go into the game, and I mean, there's a lot on the line, and a lot of young players in this. It's their first Super Bowl going into it. Even some veterans that have been in the league for 5+ years that haven't been to the Super Bowl, and like it's a big mental stake with this game. And I think everybody needs to be calm going into it. And I think how you were saying, I think the defenses are pretty even. But if the Seahawks get firing and the Patriots can't keep up, or vice versa, it's gonna get one-sided very quickly. Yeah. Now, does that say it could be a 21-point deficit and the other team can't come back? I mean, it's 60 minutes of football. Anything can happen. And I mean, I'll say obviously not last week, but both teams are fast-moving offenses, and both teams know how to use the clock to their advantage. And I don't know. I honestly do think I can't really put a prediction on the game. I have a hope of who wins, but predicting on that game is just one of those things. There's no telling because I don't know how the game's going to shape out.
I think Mike Vrabel and McDaniels knows what it takes to win that game. They've been there before multiple times. So I think they know what it takes, and that's what gives me hope. So that's what makes me lean. I know I'm a Patriots fan, but that's what makes me lean towards the Patriots winning that game in a close game. But we'll see. It's hard to say with these two teams. Because we don't know. Sam Darnold could have a Sam Darnold Jets
I'm
rerun,
seeing
right?
Ghost.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
long as Sam Darnold can stay healthy and not fall on that side and cause a potential oblique injury, I think they'll be fine. Now it's really how is y'all secondary going to be able to hold up against Smith and Jigba, especially he's a shifty guy and the dude's a playmaker. I mean, hell, he is a playmaker. And
one name for you, Christian Gonzalez.
I'm a 0.
Christian Gonzalez, that's a name for you too. Just not saying he's not going to shut. Not saying he's going to shut down, but he's one of the best. He's already one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. So
For sure.
so yeah, they're going to.
It'll be a great test for him for sure.
Yes, and you gotta understand. Remember, this is in San Francisco. It's not going to be snowing. The Seahawks, what kind of defenses they played? Because the best defense in their division is the 49ers, but they've been injured all year, so you really can't count them. The Cardinals suck. The Rams defense, like Kevin said earlier, is not that good. Their offense is what carried them through the entire. I mean, it literally had the Panthers put 41 on them like that one game. It was crazy. So
Yeah.
the Seahawks really haven't played a defense.
And I'll play devil's advocate on that. Like, we played the Chargers. They had a banged up O-line. And then, we move on and people say we had the easiest schedule throughout the season, which you can argue we did. I mean, stats show we probably did. Now the playoffs, we play the number 2 defense, the number 3 defense, and the number 5 defense.
When y'all play the Texans, they're probably the best defense in the NFL. They just
Right.
destroyed the Steelers. They beat the crap out of them.
Yeah, and
Scored against them.
we move on to the Texans, and they don't have the greatest offense. Nico Collins was hurt for that game. So it's just, you can go both ways. You can argue the Seahawks and what you were saying ties to that point. And then, the Patriots on their schedule. It's just hard to say. They both just had excellent seasons, right?
Yep.
And then they both dominated on the defensive side of the ball. And then they played great on offense. I mean, I think it's going to be a great game in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The question is, who has the dog in them? That's the real question.
Mike Vrabel, baby.
Nah.
I'd like I said this before, like first podcast or the second episode, I forget one. But when the Falcons hired Raheem Morris, I was fine with it because I was like, oh, Raheem, he's grew culture for the Falcons, whatever. It's like culture. But then I also wanted Mike Vrabel. That's who the main guy I wanted. And seeing him when Drake May gets that first down and he goes out and high fives all of his players
Before
with
they
that
come
smile
in.
on his face, the snow's all over. I was like, dude, that's the coach I wanted. But he fits perfect with the Patriots because first of all, he played for them. And then I'm gonna guess he was part of the coaching staff probably for a few years. I'm gonna guess maybe.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, not only was he a good culture resetter, but he also knew what the Patriots are all about. That's winning, in the playoffs, getting clutch, moments. So I thought that was really cool I saw his big smile. I was like, man, I really wanted him, but things happen.
I said it last episode. Thank you, Titans. I appreciate it.
Yes. He got
speaking on the whole.
Ryan Tannehill to be a good player. Ryan Tannehill.
Speaking on the Raheem hire, I mean, there's not really much I can say on Raheem, especially he didn't do anything for us. But there's no telling if Vrabel would have came in the building and was able to do anything with us. There's no telling. It's a completely
would've
different
brought-
atmosphere. I mean, I'm not saying we would have been as bad as we were with Raheem, with Vrabel. But at the end of the day, there's still no telling. There's a whole lot of gray area. I mean,
He would've made dumb
coming
mistakes.
from you, Tyus, I kind of take everything you say with a grain of salt when you get hyped about something, because you got hyped about the Desmond Ritter draft pick, and I didn't
Hold
know
on.
what you were talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
Hold on. Hold on. So I was like, we drafted him because it's like the 4th round we got him. I was like, okay, that's not bad for a quarterback. And then at the end of that year, when Marcus Mariota, got injured or whatever, we had that last game against the Buccaneers, and he beat the crap out of him. He was like throwing the ball all over the place. Look at this! I was like, let's go! I'm excited for next year. So okay, we got something maybe. And then of course, Falcon way. Same thing with Michael Penix. I was excited for him. We did that clutch drive against the Commanders, even though we didn't win that game. I was like, okay, he's got some clutch in him. I like it. And it just didn't show up. Nothing happened. So I just all went downhill. So I'm just an optimistic person, sadly. With the Falcons, that's the wrong team to be optimistic for. So that's just how I am.
They're talking about releasing Kirk Cousins and
Yes,
getting
they are.
that $40 million, right?
Yeah. But we have to do it after June 1st. It's not. We can't do it before June 1st. So
I don't think it's going to happen.
It's that's what one insider said of the Falcons, that releasing Kurt. So
No, I get it, but I don't think it's
Be a
going to
New York
happen.
Jet
I don't
by
think it's
the
going to
end.
happen. You already have the investment on them. I get it's going to cost you cap space. I understand all that. But who's to say, right? You're going to put all this trust in having Michael Penix that's supposedly going to be ready week 1. I don't
He's not.
see that.
No, he's not.
So,
Yeah.
It was a guy tweeted out, but he misread or misheard information.
Oh, okay. Because I heard it on the radio the other day, and I was like, "There's no way he's
ACL,
going to
it's
be
not
ready
a-
about."
No,
dual-
yeah.
dual tendon. It's an ACL. That's
Is it? I thought I heard week 4, right?
Yeah,
Week
week
five,
4.
week
Yeah,
5
week 4 or
was.
5. Yeah.
But at that
my
point,
thing is like,
you-
still like, who? Let's just say, God forbid, he comes back week 5, he gets to week 10, bam, injured again. I mean, he's
Been
proven that he's
that
almost
way.
injured every year. So, like,
again, but
what are you gonna
really
do in
can't
that
blame
situation?
Kevin Stefanski too much on that one because he didn't draft him. So same thing in Cleveland.
Exactly.
He didn't draft him.
Exactly.
exactly why I think. Exactly
Here's what
why
you
I
do.
think.
Here's what you do as a Falcons GM. In the 4th or 5th round, you take Cade Klubnik.
Comes out, just starts slinging. Like the Kevin's gonna be like, "What the hell was that at Clemson?"
This is a very hot take, like very hot take. Me personally, give me
Coach
Diego.
Oh,
Give
Oh
me
my
Diego.
God.
God, no,
Give me
dude.
Diego. Dude, if you want somebody that's going to fight for your team and ain't afraid to put his body on the line, that's him right there, man. That dude is crazy when it comes to contact.
Dude, I bet he gets hit one time. He's like, you know what? I'll quit on this team. I'm done.
Yeah. No.
Man, like, I saw that the Rams are going to use our pick and get Ty Simpson the other day on a mock draft, and I said, do it.
I think they stick with Stetson Bennett. I don't think
I
they
said the same thing. I said, why would they go with a guy who, I would say is a king of choking, because the dude, I mean, he had a great, he did all right. And I get it's not, he was picked up by Nick Saban. So he was scouted by Saban's, organization. And it's like, Saban saw something, but without Saban there and having, DeBoer there to try and coach this kid, something didn't work right, because Ty Simpson's one of the worst Alabama quarterbacks I've seen in 10 years. Just being honest with you.
I wouldn't say that.
I would, because Jalen Milroe was not only more athletic, right? He had a better arm on him. Then you had the Tua era, okay? You had the Jalen Hurts era. I mean, and now that Ty Simpson's gone, dude, I'm telling you right now, Keelan Russell's about to be destructive with Alabama. I really do believe that. If they don't go with Keelan starting, he's most likely going to go in the portal. And then you're going to have Austin Mack starting. And I think, I mean, I haven't seen enough of him, but I think if that dude takes it on as he is the starter and they get him right, that dude's going to be phenomenal as well. Now,
Yeah.
do I believe
this Alabama talk?
Do I believe one of those two teams or one of those two quarterbacks will enter the portal if they don't earn that starting spot? Absolutely. Because Keelan Russell's not going to wait much longer to be a starter and prove what he's got. And then you got Austin Mack. And I honestly believe if you're talking, someone who has the most experience behind the ball, Austin Mack has more reps, more snaps than Keelan Russell at Alabama already. And I think if Alabama is anything like Georgia, they're going to stick with the guy they have the most under. And Keelan Russell will most likely be sitting again, and he's not going to want that. He's going to transfer.
It's
Well,
Alabama.
you don't want a Justin Fields incident.
No, yeah, for sure.
yeah. You want to play the best guy, and Justin Fields was that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I can't really get out of that. Justin Fields was under Fromm, and Fromm did get us to a national championship.
That's true. That's true.
And we almost won that national championship, but you can't count almost. We didn't win it. But, at that time, Fromm had a great set of guys, too. You had Riley Ridley. You had great, phenomenal running backs. Your defense was, top of the line that year. The offensive line was, like normal. But, things changed. We went, and then JT Daniels came, and everybody was high and mighty on JT Daniels. I wasn't. I swore Bennett was the guy, and look what he did. Turned around and gave me 2 national championships back to back.
Yeah.
So I'll take it.
See, I don't have a good taste in quarterbacks anyway. I love Lamar, but if I had to pick my favorite Louisville quarterback, it'd be Malik Cunningham, and he probably like a 30-40 record or something like that. But I just like how he played. I like this guy.
Lamar was exciting to watch in college. Like I remember sitting in the living room with you. Sitting in the living room with you.
Top 5 college game.
Watching Louisville Clemson, Deshaun Watson versus Lamar Jackson, and it was a good game, dude. It was a very exciting game.
Yeah.
You had a quarterback that was a freak show on his legs. Deshaun Watson
ran out of bounds. They get the first down. I said, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Deshaun Watson.
All he had to do was cut in. And
yeah, dude. I was like, oh, and I love James Quick. He's one of my favorite Louisville wide receivers all time. But I was like, oh my God, what was he doing? And then Louisville season went. Well, Lamar's season didn't go down, but our overall team record did. After that, but yeah, that was like it was like crazy. That game was insane. So,
but
we
can't.
Were you in college at the time? 2016.
Again?
Were you in college in 2016? Were you at Clemson?
Yeah, I was in college in 2016. I was at that game.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yeah, it was insanity.
Yeah, but I took the big lead, and I remember I was in the living room. We just moved to Georgia, literally like, I don't know, a couple months in. And I was sitting in that living room, bro, and we were like down so much. I was like, typical Louisville, gets me hyped every year. Got Lamar. And then second half happens, and Lamar's like, you know what? Forget this, buddy. I'm Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
It was insane.
So I have to ask this question.
Okay.
Do we think that year Deshaun Watson got snubbed out of the Heisman, or did Lamar deserve it?
I think
all in all, Lamar Jackson he may not have been as great with the throwing, but he was very explosive, and he had so much time of highlights through that entire season. I think he deserved it. And like I've said for the past 6 years, the Heisman doesn't matter about your skill. It hasn't mattered about your skill in years. It is a swagger contest. Whoever they think is the most flashy guy wins it. That's why Travis Hunter won it over Ashton Jeanty. Everyone knew Ashton Jeanty deserved that Heisman over Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
And just because you play both sides of the ball, congratulations, bro. You ain't doing it in the NFL like you thought you would.
I was going to say they haven't seen anything like Lamar since Michael Vick.
Yeah.
And
that's what I'm saying. He was such an explosive player.
And they saw Louisville and they saw Lamar Jackson. I think they're like, okay, Louisville probably would have been 2-12 team if they didn't have Lamar. And so maybe that's why, because like Deshaun Watson he was also the Heisman finalist for the next year too, I think, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
So, but I think that's the main reason. If they picked Deshaun, was I going to be surprised? Absolutely not. I was like, oh, look at that! Louisville's actually got some kind of big trophy that we got now. So I'm just like, oh, look at that. But if Deshaun Watson won, I wouldn't have been surprised whatsoever because he did beat. Overall, he did beat Lamar Jackson. So.
But to your point, I think you made a very valid point, and that's what makes me think that Lamar did deserve it that year. I mean, if you look at the season, you would go to Deshaun Watson. But
Exactly.
if you look at the individual player and you took that player off that team and put somebody
Yeah.
else, like
Yeah.
Lamar really was Louisville, right? Like he really, if it wasn't for Lamar, Louisville would have been the same that year, and that's kind of what the Heisman Trophy is all about.
I think he probably actually won it at week what was that, week 2 or 3 when we beat Florida State 62 it was the game before he played you guys. He probably won it that week because he just was doing all kinds of just silly stuff on the field, just stuff you're like, God, what the heck is this? What's going on? We never seen something like this.
Yeah.
So, but
I remember
like I
watching.
said, if Deshaun Watson won it, I would have not been even blinked an eye at it because I was like, but again, like I said, they haven't seen that kind of player since Michael Vick, so they're probably like, okay, we just give this man the Heisman because man's insane.
I remember watching a video that was about Lamar Jackson. It was really just about college sports, but they started talking about Lamar Jackson in it, and he was like, there was another player. He was at a combine in Florida, and he said, out of nowhere, this scrawny kid was out here throwing 90-yard passes like it was nothing. And it's like, I mean, you didn't see 90-yard passes from him at Louisville, but the fact that the kid had the arm on him, and I mean, look at him now. The dude isn't where I thought he would be in the NFL. I thought he would already have a Super Bowl for sure.
Sam Darnold, the person that makes the starting Super Bowls first. He's been in a Super Bowl, but he wasn't a starter, which is
Right.
insane.
Yeah, and I think Lamar will end up winning one.
Yeah,
It will happen.
Do you think it'll be with the Ravens or with a different organization?
No, I think it's gonna be with the Ravens. I think he'll be a Raven.
But they need defense. Their defense you've never seen a defense like that in the Ravens' history. Their defense.
I don't know. I disagree. I think it'll be with a different team. I mean, remember 3 years ago, Lamar, or 3 years ago, Lamar won it out.
He was thinking about it. Yeah, you're right. He wanted to be paid. He wanted to be paid right, which is fair.
I mean, the sad part is, I mean, he does have, he has players around him for sure. And I'm not saying the whole team's great, but he has other players with like a lot of talent around him. But does that benefit him in ways to where, he can get you to that Super Bowl chance? Does that benefit him in ways of like, giving him the actual opportunity of showing his full potential? No, you haven't seen his full potential. Granted, yes, he plays like his head's cut off sometimes, and I have seen him make mistakes. Every person in the NFL makes mistakes. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, speak on Josh Allen. How in the hell did he lose to the Falcons? Oh, well, everybody says it's because the team was injured. Everybody says it's because the team was injured. Is that the truth, or is it just the Falcons showed up to play better than
the ball? If they ran that ball, they would have beat us, bro. They were that second half when we beat them.
I disagree. I disagree. I think if they would try to run it, they would have been rudely greeted by Jalen Walker and James Pierce. And I think
Pierce is edge rusher. So it might be a little hard.
But here's the thing. He backs off and goes after the runner. Guess what? Bam. That's one mean man coming at you. At that point, I might just drop and give him the ball.
The Falcons and the Patriots had the greatest play this year is when Jalen Walker made Drake May fumble, and then freaking Campbell chases down James Pierce and tackles him, and you're like, that man just chased down that guy and tackled. He's a lineman. That's crazy. But I do want to add on to something about Lamar passing in Louisville. He could pass. People just saw the highlights him running and automatically thought he could not pass. I've seen that man put a ball.
But are you still gonna put his passing skills in comparison to his running skills? Because to me, it's a completely different level.
He's a running back. He can't pass. I'm like, dude, he can pass. He might not be the best accuracy passer, but he can pass the ball. He can throw.
The dude was still throwing 58 mile per hour, like in college. That's insane. Like the dude could launch that thing, but. Like I said, you can't put his throwing abilities in comparison to his running abilities because his running abilities is what gave him the stardom he has. And I honestly don't think the Ravens use him the way they should use him, to be honest with you.
Well, no, Todd Monken didn't use the way he's supposed to make him let him. If that Chiefs, I think it was the AFC Championship game. If he ran the ball, they would have won that game. They didn't. They
don't think you know about it. I don't think you know about it. Todd Monken don't talk to no quarterbacks. He didn't even talk to Stetson Bennett one time while he was over Stetson Bennett.
Stetson Bennett was a nice person, so maybe that's why.
No, I just don't think Todd Monken communicates with the quarterback. He calls the offensive plays, yes, but I don't think he has time to communicate with the quarterback because that's not his worry.
Anyway, so talking about MVPs, I want to talk about the MVP race. So the main two people that's going to be is Drake May or Matthew Stafford. Kevin, who do you think will win it and why? Why do you give us a reason why?
Man, it's I don't want to say that people pick or they vote, based on who has the longer season.
Yeah.
But I truly think that they're going to pick Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford just has the overall stats. I mean, Drake May's. I mean, right. I mean, he's right behind him. I'm not going to say he's not. But Matthew Stafford has had a great season. And he's had. I want to say, man, I don't want to speak. I want to say he's had fewer interceptions. I could be wrong. I know he's had more passing yards for sure. But I think they're going to give it to Matthew Stafford. Just you know what? Let me retake that. I mean, I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna go Drake May just because I'm gonna go back to my original point about the Heisman. If you're gonna go MVP, you're gonna go Drake May because of really it's his second year for one. For two, he doesn't have Puka Nakua. He doesn't have I mean, we do have two tight ends that are reliable for sure. Yeah. I mean, he has weapons, right? Drake May doesn't have the weapons that he has. I mean, we have Stephon Diggs, for sure. I mean, it's arguable for sure. But I think what Drake May has done in year 2 is way more impressive than what Matthew Stafford has done, in my opinion. Yeah. And so I'm gonna go Drake May, NFL MVP. And that's my take.
Before you start, Blaze, they had the same amount of interceptions. They both had eight interceptions.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Those stats are completely irrelevant to me because I don't see it going to a quarterback. I really don't. I don't.
Who do you think he's going to? That's the only two that's on there.
Nah. I see. The thing is I understand it's between them two.
Can't say Bijan.
No, I'm not saying it's Bijan. I think
he's going to go Christian McCaffrey, or Smith and Jigba.
Smith and Jigba is my choice if I had to choose an MVP for sure. I think he's for what he is, he's well developed. He knows how to play, and he knows how to use a mismatched opportunity to his advantage, and we've seen it multiple times this year. And I also think we're going to see a lot of it in the Patriots game, Patriots Seahawks game for the Super Bowl. But my true thought on it is if he didn't get injured, I think he would have made it to the playoffs for sure. And that's Daniel Jones. I really do believe it. I mean, dude, they were doing great. They were doing great until Phillip Rivers had to come in. They were doing great.
Are you saying Daniel Jones is MVP?
No. I'm saying if he had the full season without an injury, I think he could have been in the talks for it because of the fact the dude was on a great roll.
Thanks for the clarification, guys.
No, I'm not saying give it to him. I'm not saying give it to him. I'm saying if he would have had the full season without his injury, I think they would have been in the playoffs. I think he could have made a name. He could have made a statement with it, and I think he'd be in the same boat. Now let's say Drake May went out in the week 8 with an injury. You think he'd be in the MVP talks right now? Hell no. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He's not injured. He's in the Super Bowl.
I get that, but I'm saying if you're talking about what you were able to see through the season, if he had a full season, he'd be in the talks for it. So if I had to choose one, I'm giving it to Drake May. Matthew Stafford fell short of the Super Bowl, and if Drake May can pull this off in his second season and get a Super Bowl win with the Patriots, that should tell you all you need to know. The thing is, the whole thing about it is I don't think the Super Bowl should have that much leverage on you. Making it to the Super Bowl shouldn't have that much
Well-
leverage on you. But here's the thing: he's playing for a ring. Matthew Stafford isn't, and at the end of the day, I think Drake May deserves
Well,
the MVP.
What's sad about it is that they don't count postseason.
I know they
count
don't. I know they don't. But
Which sucks
but
because
you can't
like,
tell
I'm
me
gonna-
that the MVP voters do not put some of that into bias because it's people doing it. There's bias behind it all.
Well,
It's-
there's only a certain group of people like us.
Exactly. But all right, you want to talk about a certain group of people? Let's talk about the 12 people that didn't vote to put him on, to put Bill Belichick on the first ballot.
We're gonna
Let's
get to
talk
that.
about
Let's not get to that.
I mean,
Oh,
you're
we
talking
can.
about certain
Yeah,
people.
yeah. I mean,
I was
mean-
gonna get to that. I was trying to talk about MVP real quick, but for
But,
me, real
yes.
quick, I'll get to the Bill Belichick thing. But let me get my NFL MVP predictions in. So Kevin, I in my heart, I do have that Drake May as MVP, but I know that the voters are going to probably pick Matthew Stafford over him.
and that was my original. That's why I started out with that because I think in
Right.
my head too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he should be MVP. I think they should count postseason. It's still the season. You're still playing in the game. MVPs are not going to. First of all, MVP is not going to play on a team that didn't make the playoffs. That's not how that's going to work. 'Cause
I'll
that doesn't-
say
so.
while
they
we're speaking
should-
on MVPs,
Yeah.
the MVP of the Super Bowl will be Smith and Jigba. That's just facts. It will end up
We
being
don't
them,
know
regardless
yet.
win or loss.
It hasn't happened.
I'm telling you right now, it's going to be Smith and Jigba in Super Bowl MVP. I promise you, because
Oh,
of the
weird
fact.
feeling.
Because of the fact the Rams Patriots Super Bowl, that was the most boring game of my life. I already knew who was going to be MVP
That's
of that
Kevin.
game.
Not to Kevin. He wanted another Super
Yeah.
Bowl. Not to Kevin.
Yeah, just because he won, he cannot say that wasn't the most boring game he's watched.
It was tough to see for sure.
I don't know. I don't know if the Broncos Patriots game was more exciting than it, but it felt like it.
I'll tell you what, the Falcons won 3-0 Super Bowl. I'll be like, that's the greatest game I've ever seen in my life. Greatest all-time game.
So if we're talking about if anybody has, if you talked about Smith and Jigba winning the MVP, do we know who the last wide receiver to win the MVP was?
Yep, Edelman.
Louisville legend.
Was it? No, I remember Edelman being the last wide receiver. I
Was it
saw
Edelman
getting the
that
Super
won
Bowl MVP.
No,
Edelman won it.
NFL MVP.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'm talking Super Bowl MVP.
Oh, Super
right,
Bowl
right.
MVP.
Edelman was the last receiver that I saw win it. A wide receiver that I saw win it, at least that I remember.
Oh, the MVP
Um,
in the like the NFL. Oh, crap.
NFL.
Was it Randy Moss?
It's never happened.
It's never happened. Oh, okay.
Never
Damn.
happened.
Wow. He had running
Never
backs and
happened.
quarterbacks and stuff. So
Yeah.
Lame. I think a linebacker should win it. Hot take.
I need to
Let's put
see.
the
I need to
defensive
see.
players
I
on
need to
this.
see a scoop and score, a pick. I
Yeah.
need to see a sack.
I need to see
let's get a center
56
in there.
sacks.
Let's get a
I mean,
center in there.
you want to talk about a defensive player that should be winning MVP. If they had, offensive MVP and defensive MVP, Myles Garrett for sure would get defensive this year. I mean, he broke the single season sack record. I mean,
yeah.
come on now. But you don't see it because everybody's so high and mighty on these, running backs and quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Man, Myles Garrett, if we're talking true talent, Myles Garrett deserves the MVP. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. People can hate it. It's a hot take. Myles Garrett played out of his mind this year. It's sad to see on the team he's on. It's a shitty team. They can't do anything. Myles Garrett, you ever want to come to Atlanta? Man, I'd welcome you in open arms, baby. I really would. Yes, I would.
All right. So you talked about the MVPs. So now we can get to talking about the controversial thing this week was Bill Belichick not making the Hall of Fame. And also his girlfriend broke up with him. So he's had a rough week. So
I missed that part. Really?
yeah. What's her name?
I got to
Jordan?
take my hat off for that one. Wow.
Yeah. Apparently, there's a meme that she only dates first ballot Hall of Famers.
That's great.
I'd like to pitch my thoughts on the whole Bill Belichick issue for sure. I agree on why he
You
didn't
agree
make
with what?
it.
You agree
I-
with what? Wait. I need clarification here.
I
What do you
agree with him not making it due to the shadiness behind the organization when he was leading the team. I do agree with it. I mean, you had the Spygate, you had the Deflategate, and you cannot tell me, oh, that had nothing to do with him. Everything that happens with that team has something to do with that head coach. Regardless, it's called guilty by association. Therefore, you want to talk about the whole story behind it. Tell me why the Spygate got swept under the rug by the NFL. Tell me why.
Because
Yeah.
every other team was doing it.
I know they were.
Everybody
But here's
was
the
doing
thing.
it.
Here's the thing. Who got blamed
And
for
then,
it?
all right, so let's talk about let's talk about the season after the Spygate. What happened?
I'm not talking about that season.
16-0.
I'm not
16-0.
talking about that season, man. I'm not talking about it. What I'm saying is he has too much
Hold up.
baggage for them to feel comfortable with giving him first
Hold up,
ballot.
Blaze.
Too much baggage.
But look, with your saying of all the gates and the whatever, you have to understand something, that he is a head coach with a ton of Super Bowls. This also ruins the reputation of the Hall of Fame. You're not
That's
letting
fine.
a guy in who
That's
has
fine.
won a ton of Super Bowls. Now
Okay.
everybody else has gotten in, and everybody in the future that gets in, it's not going to mean as much. Then
Okay.
it just diminishes.
And
Hall
in
of Fame.
the late 90s,
It's
early
like-
2000s, during the whole juicing era in the MLB, those players will never make it into the MLB, even if they were the greatest, because they were juicing. Well, here's the thing: you want to punish those players for that. You punish him for the same situation. It's almost the same thing.
No. But you take that, you even take Deflategate and Spygate away, and he is still the most
Four
winningest
Super Bowls?
coach, most playoff winningest coach, most Super Bowl winningest coach,
6
most
Super
Super Bowl
Bowls.
appearance. I mean, you name it. Come on.
Yeah.
He's got 6
Yeah,
Super
man.
Bowls on his belt. I get that, but here's the thing: we know
He
about
gets
2
that.
gates. Who's telling us that the NFL didn't sweep under every season he was doing something shady? We don't know if he was
Well,
part of
We're
the whole
talking
bounty game.
we're talking what ifs now.
Yeah, we know what is.
Hey, what
It
ifs
is.
come into play with these voters? Because every single
What if
voter
we-
that they question if they voted for him to be in or not, every one of them said they voted for him to be in it. So someone's lying. Someone, this is why it shouldn't be left in the hands of meaningless people in a voting room to vote
No.
people in. I don't
It
believe
was-
in it.
It was whatever his name is that is Big Bill's GM or whatever. He's on the Polian. He's on the board, and he hates Bill Belichick. And
What-
he is
he also the same guy that-
salty. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's what it's about. If he is not a first ballot like Tom Brady said, if he is not a first ballot Hall of Famer, then nobody is.
Exactly.
Nobody.
See, that's the thing. That's why
Then,
I don't.
hey, so are you going to punish Tom Brady for the same thing?
Yeah, exactly.
And-
Exactly what I
Are
would
you
do.
kidding me?
Nope. He doesn't.
And
He hasn't
look,
proven nothing to me.
I don't even
He's done
like-
nothing for me.
I don't even like Bill Belichick as a person. I don't even like him, but I'm like, yeah, he needs to be in. I don't even like him as a coach. I don't like him as a person.
No,
Yes, he
I
needs to
agree.
be in.
I don't even think his name needs to be put back in the hat. He did things that were too shady.
He's
He
getting
doesn't
in.
deserve to be in.
There's no
No.
way they don't put him in.
But
There's no way.
okay.
He's
If
in.
he gets in, then the MLB needs to go back and let every single juiced player in because of the fact they were phenomenal players that deserve to be in the Hall of
Listen,
Fame. They
you have
had
to
a couple
understand
seasons where
that-
they were doing what everybody else
have
was
to-
doing.
You have to understand, though. You got to understand. MLB Hall of Fame and NFL Hall of Fame are totally two different monsters. You know how hard it is to get in the MLB Hall of Fame? It's like
Yeah.
almost impossible.
Yeah.
Andrew Jones. like,
Andrew
one of the
Jones.
greatest
I mean,
ever,
it took him
Just got in.
forever.
Andrew Jones.
or Andrew
Andrew.
Jones. I always say Andrew. It's the same thing.
No, it's not. He
Dude,
pronounces it Andrew. We got to say it
okay,
correct.
Andrew Jones. But like, you understand that getting an
And
MLB
gold
Hall of
gloves.
Fame,
10 gold gloves.
Yes.
And it took him this long to get
Hey,
into the Hall of Fame.
Barry Bonds, arguably the best MLB player of all time. He's not even in it. So, I mean,
Yeah, but
and
guess what?
their
He
whole
doesn't have any,
thing
he
is,
doesn't have any World Series rings to go with it. He has
it
zero.
doesn't matter. The dude was like
The hardest
3 on most
championship
home
in
runs
football.
ever.
The hardest championship is to win in football. That's why you get NBA is probably the easiest. That's why you get the same team every single year. That feels like the finals for what 20 years we had.
I think, and I say this with wholeheartedly hot take here. No one has to agree with me, but I'm going to say it. every single player that was on Bill Belichick's Patriots team for 6 years or their 6 Super Bowls, none of them should be in. None of them.
No, Deion
Tom
Branch.
Brady. Tom Brady shouldn't make it in.
Deion Branch.
Gronkowski.
Deion
No,
Branch.
Louisville alumni,
Gronkowski.
baby. Louisville
No.
alumni.
Gronkowski, out of everybody in there, Gronkowski deserves it.
Well, he's gonna be in it too.
Oh, no,
Randy
I-
Moss.
Randy
I ain't
Moss.
worried about him.
Put Mike Vrabel in there.
Wes Welker. Wes
No.
Welker.
I'll tell you, if I had to pick a Patriots fan or a Patriots player that I had to say I would support the most, it is Julian Edelman. There's no doubt about it. He was the shortest person on the damn team, but yet he was the most explosive player on the damn team. Explain that one to me.
Nah.
And just so you know, that ball did not. It was not a catch. That ball hit the grass.
Well, we're not getting into that.
Oh
We're not getting
yeah.
into that.
Hand was
No.
under the ball.
No, dude, no. It's like that. It's like
Rex. Let's put Rex Woodhead in the Hall of Fame. He was a
Rex
monster.
Woodhead.
no. Okay.
Yeah.
Realistically,
Ultimate utility player.
I'm
My God.
I'm obviously pulling people's legs here. I don't think that you should keep somebody who has as long as a rap sheet out of the Hall of Fame due to something like that, because of the fact he did, he paid his fines, he righted his wrongs, and at the end of the day, yes, he does have 6 Super Bowls with Tom Brady, and if you're going to keep him out, then you got to keep everyone out, because there's not a coach in the NFL that has done what he's done and done it at the level that he has done it at. And realistically, yes, he deserves to be in. Do I agree with certain parts on the shady shit that he did? Yes. But like you said, the Spygate, they swept it on the rug because everybody was doing it. And with the Deflategate, man, I don't know. They could have just accidentally lost pressure on the flight, dude. It had nothing to do with someone deflating them. Did they catch someone purposely deflating them? No. They just figured out that the balls had less air in them than they were supposed to. So realistically, he shouldn't be punished for something like that. And yes, he should be first ballot. On all honesty, he should be first ballot.
So you're pulling her leg the entire time there.
Oh yeah, I had to get a rage out of y'all. I had to.
Yeah, you had me hot. I was like, yo, what's going on here?
He was getting me mad. Like I said, I don't even like Bill Belichick. He's getting me mad.
Bill Belichick,
I'm going for him.
I will say though, Bill Belichick is known for burning bridges with people, and I think that has something to do with why he didn't make first ballot. But yes, I do believe he should have been in. At least 42 votes out of the 50 he should have got. And it is what it is. It's the past. You can't hate the guy for it. I mean, shit. Like I said, the Spygate he knew about. The Deflategate, that got pinned on Tom Brady. That had nothing to do. I mean, you don't even, like I said, it could have been loss of pressure on a flight. Let's say you bring an inner tube with you on a flight, it's going to lose air pressure on a flight due to cabin depressurization.
Right.
Therefore, you can't tell nothing. Like, are there more regulations behind it now? Yes, because of that situation. It is what it is. You can't hate the guy for it. Do I like Bill Belichick as a coach? I would have took him in Atlanta personally, but that's just me.
His last few
You
years,
screwed us.
wouldn't.
You screwed us.
But-
Now I need you to win one. But I mean, unfortunately, he's coaching a team over
Kevin,
in
how
North
about-
Carolina.
I was gonna say, like, I was gonna ask y'all, like, what do y'all think about him coaching at UNC? Like, you think it's ruining his name, or
He's the
you think
exact
it's-
opposite of Nick Saban. Nick Saban went to the NFL, couldn't do shit, went
Yeah,
back to college,
yeah.
and he's the greatest.
At this
Bill
point, I don't
Belichick,
think
he's
his
old?
name.
Exactly.
I like to see him lose because I don't like Bill Belichick. Like I say, he's a Hall of Famer. I just don't like him. But
I don't like Bill
I don't
Belichick
think it
because he
affects him at all because again, college football is not the same anymore. It's all different now. It's not the same how it
That's
is.
why
So,
Nick Saban tucked tail and got out.
so I don't think it ruins his legacy. I mean, the man's got 6 Super Bowl rings. If like I said, I always say if Falcons just can have one of them, I would literally I wouldn't even care they made the playoffs ever again. Like I can just have one. But I do have a fun hypothetical question though. If you had to choose one of these two people would get bumped out of the Hall of Fame. If Bill Belichick and Tom Brady had a fight, not like a physical fight, but they had to put their careers together, who do you think would be kicked out from being in the Hall of Fame? Would it be Bill Belichick?
Oh, easy. Easy,
Bill.
easy question. Bill for sure, because
think
Tom
Bill
Brady
would-
not only has
Tom
more-
Brady won it with the Patriots with Bill, and then went to Tampa Bay and won it without Bill.
Yeah.
I would agree. That's why I was.
Says
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Here's another question, another hypothetical question. Do you think Bill Belichick would have won as many Super Bowls as he did if he didn't have Tom Brady?
No. No.
You
That's
think he
easy.
would have won any
Tom
without
Brady-
Tom Brady?
He could have won a couple with him, but Tom Brady kind of was the
Who's his
workhorse.
quarterback? Who is
Yeah.
his quarterback?
Yeah, it's Tom Brady. If you didn't,
But I'm saying like if it's not Tom Brady, but who's his quarterback?
yeah, Drew Bledsoe.
I mean, it really depends. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think we're not giving Bill Belichick enough credit as a coach.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
I
This
don't know.
is-
But the fact that Tom left the Patriots, went to retirement, came out of retirement, played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
they didn't call
and
it
then-
retirement.
Oh, no.
for
He
sure.
retired
I can't
after. He
argue
retired after.
that. Yeah.
But the fact that he was able to go do that and beat the Chiefs, who at the time was a rolling team. And I'm telling you now, he did it with fashion. He did it the same way he did it when he was with the Patriots. I don't
Who-
think it has anything to do with coaching when it comes to Tom Brady. I think
But
it's just Tom Brady
all
is
right,
that guy.
who developed Tom Brady though?
Tom Brady.
Yeah, well, Bill Belichick.
Here's the thing. You say development, right? How many years was it? This is actually a question because I'm not 100% sure and I don't want to say the wrong thing. How many
Yes,
years was it with Tom Brady before he won his first one under Bill?
It was.
Like his second year, like his second year starting,
It
right?
was. Hold on. Second year. Yeah,
All
it
right.
was the second year.
So put that as a true testament to it. His second year, there's no way he had enough development by his second year to go in and start what he started. Honestly, we see quarterbacks in the league for 10 years that don't even get developed properly.
Well, let's talk about Drake May, Mike Vrabel.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I've been high on Mike Vrabel since we didn't hire him. I thought Mike Vrabel was the guy, and I hated that we decided to go with Raheem for the culture. Man, I don't give a shit
But
about
that-
the culture. I want wins.
No,
Man,
I hear you. But you got to give a little bit of credit to Bill Belichick there. in
Well,
the
yeah,
development
for sure,
phase,
for sure.
and, you know, because he had a lot to do with Tom Brady's development in his years growing and you know throughout the years of winning 6 Super Bowls.
Then
Yep.
flip that question. Could Tom Brady have won 6 there without Belichick?
I say yes.
Exactly. So it's not a
Yeah.
Belichick
I know.
situation.
I hear you. Yeah.
Like if
I don't know about all 6, maybe 4.
could have got.
I mean, I
Yeah,
only count
close.
4 anyway. But...
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
I'll
who
tell
knows?
you right now. I'll tell you right now.
Brady
2016, that ball hit the grass.
Why you picked if Bill Belichick wasn't a coach? He probably could have went undrafted and maybe not even made the NFL. You never know. So
No, I know.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. Bill Belichick should be in the Hall of Fame as much as anybody with that type of rap sheet, regardless of the shit he's done, regardless of the shit he's been involved in, and regardless of how he acts outside of the organization. The dude could be a complete and utter asshole and be in the most illegal shit outside the organization. That has nothing to do with his career. That just has so what he wants to go snort lines off of coke off of some strippers on a boat in Miami, and who cares if he's doing illegal shit? Who cares, man? It has nothing
You know
to
what?
do with his
He's-
career with the
I may
Patriots.
I may just start acting like Bill Belichick in these podcasts. The way he talked to the media. If you ask me a question, yeah, there you go. Ask me a question. Yeah.
Hey,
No,
the
I
best
don't-
one is
I don't know about
best one is on Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah. I'm in Cincinnati. We're just on Cincinnati. We're moving on to Cincinnati.
On Cincinnati. Like,
Nah,
do you even
dude.
care? You don't care right now, don't you? You just want to win, huh? You don't even care.
I'd rather, if I had to choose a player to act like every day, I'd be Marshawn Lynch for sure. I'm only here so I don't get fined, like for sure, 100%. Marshawn Lynch was something else, man. I don't
If
know.
there's any coach y'all could have on your roster, who would it be? Any coach.
Any coach?
Any coach?
I guess
As a head coach.
prime Bill Belichick, probably prime Bill Belichick. If I couldn't pick Bill Belichick, let's see, it'd probably be Andy Reid.
Oh, I like that.
Andy
Great.
Reid, quarterback guru.
He's successful.
Oh yeah.
Both organizations. Like, yeah. I like
I
that.
guarantee you, if Donovan McNabb did not get
Give
drafted
me
by
98
he
Shanahan.
wouldn't have even been close to a good player.
Ooh.
Give me 98 Shanahan. I'd take 98 Shanahan.
That's true.
Kyle
Well,
Shanahan's dad, I'd take him in a heartbeat. And the reason I say that,
he did have
is-
John Elway.
I know, but I mean, then that brings you the same question. Who developed him?
But yeah, outside of, but guess what? What happened when he left the Broncos? He sucked with the Redskins.
Hey, it's
Horrible.
what it is.
Hey, you know who would have me running through a brick wall, and who I'd probably take. He's not. I mean, to the standards of what we're talking about, every coach we've said. Give me Dan Campbell.
Oh,
Yeah.
Give me Dan
Oh.
Campbell.
If there's
I
a
didn't even
current,
think of
yes.
that.
If there's a current one, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
all right.
Campbell.
Out of
He's on.
everybody that is actively head coaching right now, who would you like? Like other than Mike Vrabel, if you didn't have Vrabel, who
Shanahan,
would you like?
Sean
Oh.
McVay.
Sean McVay.
I
Any
like
of those
Sean
younger
McVay.
guys that can coach really good
Yeah.
offensive, give me them.
Give me Mike McCarthy.
What?
I don't think they give the man enough pride, bro. The Dallas Cowgirls are the shittiest team in the NFL, regardless. Okay?
That'll be the Jets. That'll be the Jets.
No. There's a lot of like, if I had to choose a team to hate the rest of my life, it's the Dallas Cowgirls.
This
No,
might
man,
be
you can't hate
horrible
the
coach.
Jets, dude.
No,
You,
but he's
you
not
can't
gonna bring
hate
it.
the
He's not
Jets.
gonna bring it anywhere. I don't think. But I say that. Watch the Steelers win the Super Bowl next year with some dumb crap. Watch that. Watch that.
Exactly right.
All right, so we're talking hypotheticals still. Out of all time, okay. No, you know what? 90s and after 90s to now, quarterback. If you had to choose one quarterback other than a quarterback that's already been on your team or started for your team, I should say, because mine was technically a Falcon, but that never came to fruition.
Easy. Give me Peyton Manning.
No, not me.
Tom Brady. You know,
Brett Favre for me.
Oh, too many
oh,
picks.
that's. I mean, no, for sure. Yeah.
He was a Falcon. Yeah,
He was a gunslinger, though, bro. That's my thing. It's like, I don't give a shit if we turn the ball over. As long as you can make up for it, do you. And that's the problem with Josh Allen, honestly. Josh Allen reminds me of a gunslinger. Like, he to me, is a gunslinger. And I
But
wouldn't say his turnovers are like crazy.
Won a Super Bowl, and Josh Allen just continues to cost his team playoff games. Literally, over and over.
I mean, yeah, I know.
Over and over.
But
You know, I think you can't sleep on John Elway.
Nope.
no, you can't. No, you can't.
Can't sleep on John Elway.
If I had to choose,
Steve or Joe Montana.
I was gonna say Johnny. I was gonna say Johnny Football, because I mean, dude, I would love to have Johnny Football in Atlanta. You know the type of hype he would have had, bro. Come on, dude. I would have supplied him the cocaine before games. What are you talking about?
We would have seen him coming out drunk out of what is that? Mac
Baby.
Oh, Jesus, man. Good Lord.
Oh,
my God. He'd have T.I. with him. I mean, shit, it'd be turned up.
All right. So in the podcast, we're gonna finish that. We're gonna do the game that at the beginning of the podcast that I talked about the guessing game. So if you got your player, all right, it can be a NFL or baseball player, and it can be retired or current. It doesn't have to be someone that's like current right now. They could be retired or current, of course. So if you got your player, if you're ready, we can start. Y'all got y'all's player in your head?
I did. Listen, I did, but we talked about him earlier, and then that's why I have to change it now because I
Okay.
think it would just be too easy. But I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay. All right. I got a player in my head. All right. So Blaze, we'll guess yours first. All right. So I ask you questions, and you can only say yes or no. All right. Me and Kevin can just go back and forth and be like, I ask, and then you ask. We'll see what happens.
You know me well enough to know who I selected, so
I'm not gonna know that right now. All right.
I mean,
Is Is it football or baseball?
Football.
All right.
Bijan.
No.
Is it a quarterback?
No.
Oh, man.
Is it a wide receiver?
No.
Is it on
Uh,
offense or defense?
Defense.
NFC or AFC?
NFC.
Is he a linebacker?
Yes, he was a linebacker.
Jalen Walker.
No. Listen to the word.
Yeah, he was.
Linebacker. Linebacker. Actually, I don't even know if he's still playing. So yes, he is a linebacker.
So he's current.
Yeah, he's current. My bad. I was thinking something else.
Well, I'm gonna go with the obvious question. What team is he on?
That's a good question because I don't know the answer myself. But he played for the Falcons.
What?
I don't know where he's at currently because he's moved twice since he's left us. So,
Oh my gosh. Is he white or black?
he's black.
Oh, oh my God. He was on the Falcons though.
Yeah, I mean his entire career has been with the Falcons.
Do you remember? You remember the last year he was there?
We got rid of him 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Oh my God, I can't think right now.
I'll give you a hint. He went to LSU.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah. Oh my God, what's his name? Is it Deion Jones?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah, I never
Big
got.
45. I mean, I love Deion Jones. That was I kid you not. He was never the greatest, but dude, like for some reason, I don't know what it was. Seeing Deion Jones play was just like, dude, I love Deion Jones.
He was Kevin. He was our rookie middle linebacker when we played John Super Bowl. He was our
Yeah.
rookie. middle
Yeah, I don't. Man,
I
I'm
don't
trying
know
to think of
right now,
Deion
to be honest
Jones.
with
I
you.
don't remember him like that.
linebacker. Yeah.
Where's
He
he at
went.
right
He
now?
had Deion Jones and then Devin White. Went
I
to
remember
LSU.
Devin White for
Yeah,
sure.
he was right after Deion. Deion.
Oh,
Jones.
okay.
Yeah, he was right after. They were literally the same player, literally built and everything, fast linebackers. Yeah, that's what he was.
Hmm.
All right, Kevin,
All
you got
right,
your
well,
player. Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
I
go
got my player. I'm gonna stick with him.
ahead. Okay.
All righty.
Sounds good.
Is the
Wait.
offense?
Is he offense?
Yeah.
He's offense.
Ooh.
Does he play for the? Or does he play for the Patriots?
He did.
Is he a wide receiver?
He is a wide receiver.
It's Julian Edelman.
It's not Julian.
Did this player come to the Patriots? Like he was not drafted by the Patriots.
He was not drafted by the Patriots.
Okay.
Was he incarcerated?
No, excuse me. He was drafted by the Patriots.
All right.
Was he incarcerated?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Is
That's
he-
the guy I'm thinking of.
Is he retired or current?
He's
or-
retired. He's
Retired.
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 He was drafted by the Patriots. He's a wide receiver. He used to play for the Patriots, right?
Did he play for any other team?
He won a Super Bowl with the Patriots.
Okay, so he was there during the Tom Brady era. Was he alongside Julian Edelman?
No.
See, so it says that we're talking second season Tom Brady.
Well, it can't be Randy Moss because Randy Moss didn't win a Super Bowl with the Patriots, and he wasn't drafted by the Patriots, so it's not Randy Moss.
No, he was drafted by the Patriots.
Yeah.
No, he
no,
said-
I'm
Oh,
saying
yeah.
Randy Moss.
There you go.
No, I'm saying
Yeah,
Randy
yeah,
Moss
yeah.
wasn't drafted by the Patriots.
Man, this is a hard one.
Man,
God, what's his name? And he
We talked-
wasn't.
We
And he
talked about
wasn't.
him earlier.
man, we did.
It's not Gronk.
It's not Gronk. He was a wide receiver.
Oh God, come on, man. Oh man. What? When did we talk about him? I
Deion
don't remember
Branch?
talking about.
Deion Branch.
Oh wow,
Let's go.
wow.
Deion Branch.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, I got my player.
All righty. Is the offense?
Yes.
Did he play for Louisville?
Nope.
Is he currently active or retired?
He's not. He is not current, so he's retired.
You said offense, right?
Yep.
Wide receiver?
Nope.
Quarterback?
Nope.
Play for the
Running-
Falcons?
Nope.
Oh God. Running back?
Running back. Yep.
Oh God. NFC or AFC?
AFC.
Oh,
I'm
God.
gonna go with a long shot, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Bingo. Kerry got it. Let's
go.
go. Let's go. Kerry. I was like, let me think of one that's like not NFC or like with our favorite team or something. So I was like, let me think of one.
I don't know why that popped in my head. That was great.
Not gonna lie,
thought
though,
mine
I
was-
did switch it up because mine was going to be Deion Branch.
I don't know, man. I thought
That's
mine was
funny.
going to be easy. Mine actually kind of stumped y'all.
Yeah, no, that
Well-
stopped me big time.
Well,
I
when you
wasn't gonna
said
get that.
he was a linebacker, but you don't know if he's a linebacker anymore. I was like, what? And so that's why.
No,
they called
I
him
can't.
Howard.
I don't know what team he's on, but I know he's still active. I don't remember what team he's on.
Okay, I got
It's
you, I got
some northern team. It's like the Jets or the Giants or some shit. I can't remember.
What was his name? What was his name?
Deion
Deion
Jones.
Yeah,
Deion.
let's see where he's at. He's at Tampa Bay.
Oh, he's north. Oh, yeah, that's right. We played him with fucking Baker.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh
Yeah.
God.
you. I did not win. So,
Hey, listen, I like me some Baker.
yeah.
I
didn't
know
like
you
him in
guys
college.
disagree. I do
but-
like I do like Baker.
I like
Mayfield.
Baker too. I like him. I didn't like him in college. I hate him in college. I thought he was an idiot. But now that
All I
he's
gotta
NFL,
say
I do
is-
like him. I know he plays.
All I gotta say is he needs to humble himself.
He does. Just a little bit.
2018, Georgia, Oklahoma. If you don't remember that, humble yourself.
Yeah.
Was that 2017 or 2018?
It was the 2018 national championship, so I guess it was the 2017 season.
Oh, okay, I got you. All right, one more question. I got this, the toughest one of all before we head out. If you had to pick, which team would you be a fan of that's not your current team? You can just stick with NFL if you want to. If you had to pick any other team to be a fan of, let's say the Falcons or the Patriots, just go away. Who would you be a fan of?
No, that's easy for me. I'd be a Bengals fan for sure.
Ooh, that's my brother's team. He loves the Bengals. I gotta go with the Chicago Bears. The Bears.
That's a good one. Blaze?
I already said the Bengals.
Oh, you said the Bengals?
Yeah.
I would pick the either the Bears, like Kevin said, because I was actually cheering for them in this playoffs. So I was like, let's go Bears. So I would pick the Bears, or if I had to pick any other team, I would possibly pick probably the 49ers because they win a lot too. So
Yeah. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, like, my wife, her whole family's from Illinois, Haley. But also their history is just amazing.
oh yeah.
And their fan base, their support is just incredible. I think that's what drew me to the Bears.
Yeah. Chicago's cool. I like Chicago. I've never been to
Yeah.
Chicago, but I think it's pretty cool.
I've got beef with Chicago.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, I got beef with Chicago.
My computer's actually about to die, so we're gonna have to go ahead and get off of this. I had it plugged up for a good time for a good chunk. I don't know why it's being up.
I'm not gonna lie. I was worried my phone was gonna die during the choose your player thing that we did because my phone literally gave me the 10% when we were talking about Bill Belichick. So.
Oh Lord. Well,
But
all right, guys, it was a good podcast again. I did have some stuff for the Falcons, but since Connor wasn't here, I'll wait for the Falcon talk next week, and then we'll get prepared for the the Super Bowl. Next time probably may be 1 or 2 days before the Super Bowl, so we'll talk more about that before we get there. So we'll see.
Let's
All
go,
right, guys.
Pats.
Yeah, go Pats. That's who I got winning. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Oh,
right.
awesome. Good seeing you guys.
alrighty, y'all have a good night. Y'all be safe.
See you, man.
Peace.
Peace.